So the Rebbe in this week's Sicha, which I didn't finish yet, but the Rebbe starts off by asking a question. Why, when the Gemara is talking about the fact that in Adar it's a mitzvah for us to increase in joy, does it compare Adar to Av? As it says in the Gemara, it's actually in the tractate about Tainus and the tractate on fasting. It says, just like in Av we decrease in joy, in Adar we increase in joy. And so the Rebbe says, doesn't it kind of take away from the joy of Adar to compare it to Av? It's a good question, right? So the Rebbe then clarifies, well, the truth is that Adar and Av are intrinsically connected, because the joy that we have in Adar is what actually will cause that the negativity of Av will be transformed from bitter to sweet. So it's connected. Our joy is what causes the Geula, basically. And so it's a beautiful idea, but you might say, come on, really though? If I'm just more joyful this month, I could actually cause the fullest galus of the Geula? And you could say that really about any mitzvah. How is it that really, if I increase in my mitzvah of kashrus or chinuch or tzedakah or helping other Jews to fulfill these mitzvahs, really it's going to cause the Geula? It's going to affect a change in the world? So in the Mishpatim Sicha, the Rebbe says something very, very powerful. I learned it over Shabbos. So the Rebbe explains that Melech HaMashiach is impacting the world, so much so that he caused the fulfillment of the prophecy that they're going to turn their swords into plowshares. So the Rebbe explains, what does that mean? That through the work of Mashiach, it caused Hashem to put into the hearts of the leaders of the nations of the world that they should have a change in their conduct. And so the Rebbe brings the pasuk from Mishlei, the hearts of kings are in the hands of God. So what does that mean? That means that the work of the Jewish people and Melech HaMashiach influencing the Jewish people actually caused that the leaders of the nations of the world changed their thoughts and their heart about how they felt about something and actually changed their policies based on us, based on the Jewish people. So there's so many unbelievably profound lessons that we could take to heart from that, just in that we're never victims of the world, right? There was a process we had to go through Gullus, where maybe the world felt kind of powerful because we needed to do the Avodas HaBerurim. But now that the Avodas HaBerurim is done, for sure, we're not victims of the world. The world is in our hands. The world's affected by us, not the other way around. The Jewish people are the ones who actually affect the conduct of the nations of the world and what happens around us. And so what the Rebbe is showing us here is, first of all, obviously, it's just nice to be reminded that, like, we're in Moshiach times and the prophecies of the Geula are unfolding, and the Rebbe is pointing to that in many places, and that's just another example, which is something to think about in Adar and be excited about. But more importantly, we should feel so empowered that when the Rebbe is telling us your simcha can actually be the thing that finally causes the full galus of the Geula, or your tzedakah, or your influence on a fellow Jew, yeah, like really, we affect the world around us. And that's so exciting also because of this increase in an interest in the Geula in the Jewish community, which is totally connected with the years that we're in. Pei Aleph, Pei Beis. It's a whole other farbrengen, and I've spoken about it before. It's so obvious that things are happening and moving and transforming, and we're all tapping into it and feeling it and getting excited about it, but it's also causing us to act. It's causing us to create content and to say words of Torah and to speak differently, act differently, and it is going to affect the world. So that's my word of simcha for Adar, that we should, first of all, feel so empowered, so excited about what's happening, and it should give us the strength and the encouragement to continue. And may that lead to the ultimate simcha of the fullest galus of the Geula immediately.